Hi, my name is Jenna Ayers, and today I'm going to show you how to properly prepare a first aid kit. First aid is something that everybody should know and that everybody should have, whether you're just going for a trip down the road in the car or you're going on a trip. Most of the time, people who don't pack them and then they have something happen where they really do need them really wish that they would have packed them. And so I know there's many times I've been out and I wish that, I had a Band-Aid or I had tissues or something to cover it up with, so it's just something good to have. The first thing I'm going to start off with is Band-Aids. Band-Aids are essential. Band-Aids cover everything from big cuts, small cuts, things that you can't just stitch up right there. Sometimes you're going to need them to hold something together so that you can get that person to the hospital, so they're just really good to have. Gloves would be the second thing. You don't want to touch people's open wounds and stuff, especially if you have one on your hands anywhere or any cuts on your hands, because then that infection can travel not only from you to them, but them to you. So they're really good, really useful for keeping yourself well prepared. Tissues. Overall a good thing. Everybody needs tissues. Most of the time when you don't have tissues, you wish you did, so we'll just go ahead and put those in there. Q-tips are really good if you don't have gloves to use. That way you don't have to directly touch that person's cut. You can just put the medication on it or put topical cream on it and just put it right on the wound. That way you really don't have to mess with it or anything. So also a good thing to have. Now I would recommend the Purell more than I would the Hazel. It takes less room and it's just as effective. It's for cleaning your hands, but you can also put it on cuts and stuff to prevent infection. And with the Hazel, you're just kind of carrying around a big bottle of alcohol, which it's really useful, it is, but it just takes up so much room in the kit. Okay, let's see here. Pain relieving spray. If you don't have Tylenol or something to give that person, or they have like a scrape or a cut, it's going to be really useful. It does the same things as alcohol would, so you don't necessarily have to have the alcohol. You can have this instead, and it's going to do just as well as a job. The same thing with the Germ-X wipes. They're going to be just as handy. You can just put it right over the wound. You don't have to directly touch anybody's skin or anything. And you can also just use it for washing your hands, general stuff like that. So it's always really good to have. The big Band-Aids. They work so much better than putting 4 or 5 Band-Aids on a scar or something to where you don't look like a nerd with 10 Band-Aids hanging down your leg because you just didn't have one big Band-Aid. So I'd pack a couple of these because they really do come in handy. So they keep everything really good and together, and they keep the moisture and bacteria out of it. That way you don't have anything to worry about, that you can just wait until you get to a doctor if it's something really serious. So that's something that I would always pack. And aspirin. Aspirin, Tylenol, any kind of pain medication you really want to have on you in case something really unfortunate does happen to where that person is in a lot of pain, then they're going to need something really, really strong. So you just put it in a box like this. It can be your own homemade box or one that you bought from the store, but I think it's better to go ahead and prepare your own box, because that way you know exactly what's in it and you have everything that you need, and it's very beneficial to have. So this is something everybody needs to know how to do and needs to keep on you at all times. So thanks for listening.